Alright, this video is doing some repairs on this tractor after brush cutting that field. We'll go over the list real quick. Some of them are unrelated to brush cutting that. Like, I gotta change this screen for the hydraulic fluid. It has a hole in it. I had some brush. Ripped this muffler piece out here. See, this has happened when it sticks up so high. This has happened before, so I thought it was a good idea to weld these little bolts on here, but then it just ripped more out. So we're gonna fix that, and I'm gonna make a brace that comes down to here, so hopefully that quits happening. At some point I do need to flush the transmission hydraulic oil because it had a bunch of water in it. I think it was getting in here. This boot right here was completely dry rotted, so I replaced that and put a bunch of silicone around it, so hopefully that keeps that from happening. And that's about it on the tractor side. Nothing really, everyone got tore up me driving over that stuff, other than this little four-wheel drive linkage. It bent over a little bit and just bent it back. That was it. Like, nothing bad happened. The brush cutter, I got a new slip clutch and drive shaft, so hopefully we can get that dialed in. And I have a couple cracks in this, which may have been there or may not. I'm not sure, but we'll have to weld that back up. And my little hooks right here broke loose. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna change this hydraulic screen first. Yep, and you can see why we need to flush this. Now here's the problem with this screen. It's got a hole right here. I don't know what all this junk is. Like leaves or something. But you see this hole right here in the screen? So I gotta clean this up, and I got a new one. Alright, we got a brand new one straight from the Zetor mothership. And these things are not cheap. I guess this thing was like 80 bucks or something crazy. It is the same though. I don't know what caused that one to get a hole in it, but I haven't got a new one of them. At least I ain't got to worry about damaging my hydraulic pump now. I was a little leery because I checked it before I went and done that brush cutting just to clean it out, and I seen that hole in it. So it's like, that's less than ideal, but we got her fixed now, so. While this thing's in the air behind the tractor, see if I can get a new bolt in it. There she is. Now, I didn't get the nut on, but I would like to put this washer, lock washer, that's been out. See if I got. See if I can click it. All right. I think I need a longer bolt, which I just so happen to have. Put it in this way. Alright. Oh, that's fixed. That's about right now. There it is. How I got so wedged in there. She did. No, it just comes right out. Alright, well, it's free from the tractor. Alright, now I got to weld these back on. They decided to break off, which I may have been being a little rough on this thing. Both sides, weld them back on. And I think I already mentioned I got one crack here and one crack right here I got to weld up. Other than that, the rest of this thing's fine. Then we got to address that slip clutch. So let's get to work. clutch situation here. May have to put this on this side. Oh yeah. Get that out of here. Why I never tried to adjust or mess with the slip clutch. Can you see it? This slip clutch is actually twisted on this shaft. So, I don't know what kind of tractor done that. It was like that when I got it. I just hadn't got a new one. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get this guy off of here. Okay, that bolt, all it does is just keep it from sliding off. Okay. Now hopefully this just slides off of here. Hopefully this just slides off of here. That's okay. I think this main shaft is twisted too. That would be unfortunate. Oh, it is. That sucks. Oh, damn. Yeah, it is literally twisted, this shaft. I don't know what kind of tractor the previous owner had this thing hooked to, but it had to be a horse of a tractor. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is like a 70 horsepower gearbox, I'm pretty sure. So, you had to really do something to do that. But hopefully the new one will go on and lock on there and be balanced. If not, I'll have to try and source a new input shaft. Wonder if I can get this thing spinning so I can see if it's got any. To me, it doesn't look like it has any wobble in it, so it might be okay. Alright, so the nice folks at Vevor sent me a new slip clutch for this. I didn't even know they sold them. So hopefully, I may need to polish that up a little bit. Or that makes sense. I was worried because it didn't have a bolt in the center it would fall off, but it's got that groove right there. Now let's see if the bolt will go in there. No? I don't think I have a drill bit that size. In 30 seconds. This here's really turned into an ordeal. I thought we was gonna be, oh yeah, 16, 30 seconds. I thought we was gonna be just bolting this thing on there. We'll see how this does. I may have to try and locate replacement parts for this, because really this needs a new output shaft, but if it spins true, the problem with the other slip clutch is it was off, so it wobbled. If it spins true and the slip clutch works, we just won't worry about it. All right, we got it. In a normal situation, you probably would not have to do all that, but we're a little ways from a normal situation, I would say. Okay. All right, and I got a brand new PTO shaft. This I also got from Vevor, but I did buy this with my own money. So I didn't even know they sold these PTO shafts till I was looking for one. So really reasonable too. We'll see how it holds up, but as long as the slip clutch is working, PTO shaft should be fine. Alrighty. It's on there. I'm not sure if this one is the right length or not. It may be a smidge too long, which is fine. If it's too long, you just cut it shorter. But if it's too short, then that's a problem. Alright, the sole purpose of that is so the PTO shaft spins inside of that, and that doesn't spin, so you don't get wrapped up in it or whatever. It's kind of common sense to not touch a rotating shaft, but anyways. Well, that's all done. I guess next we'll hook it up and try it out, I reckon. Alright, she's hooked up. I forgot how big of a pain in the butt that was to do by yourself, but anyways, this thing's lifted all the way up, and I still have this much gap for flex, so I don't think we need to shorten that drive shaft. It's got plenty, and then as it goes down, of course it gets longer. So yeah, I guess all that's left to do is go try it out, hit a stump or two, and see if she slips. Alright, last thing left to fix on this tractor is this muffler situation. So I've had this happen a few times on this before, where it sticks up real high, a low hanging limb will catch it, and it was bending the little ears on these eye bolts. So I thought I was being slick and welded them on here. Well, this time it tore the whole muffler out. So we're going to fix this a more permanent way. So I got to get this off, cut these off, weld this back on, and then I'm going to weld a little piece of rebar from the top down to this front bumper and have it where it bolts on right here. That way it'll brace it up there. So if I hit a limb, and two, that'll help guide a limb off of it, but it'll keep this from happening. So there is a hole at the bottom, so like if water gets in, it can come out. Like it's a little hole down here. But it makes me feel better if we get a big rain that it ain't gonna all dump in there. Yeah, I've been trying for over a month to get to fixing on this. So here's the eye bolts I got. They're a little big, but that might work out to my advantage. I won't have to grind all that crap off there and just cut them two things off. So let's do that. Let's see. What'd be really cool is if that don't need much, just a little bit there. Ha. Looky there. I think that'll work. As long as this is long enough. It might not be long enough. I don't know, it's just what they had on the shelf. And I didn't have old ones with me, so I was just guessing. But this one is going to be a little more involved, I think. Why do I have two left-handed gloves? wrinkled that up pretty bad. Really, that should be up a little more, I think. I don't know. Maybe right in there. Let me grind this off where this will fit over it. And then we'll just set it back on the tractor and see if this will even work. I may have to go to the store and get some different eye bolts. Actually, it'll fit over that gob of crap. Let's see if she'll work on the tractor. Right. Yeah, this thing is a tall muffler. And I've got to fix that, but one thing at a time. Oh yeah, that'll be long enough. And these holes are, I think these holes have to be drilled out. See now. Oh, looky there. Sorry, I'm blocking the view. Honestly, though, I think it's one of the things you have to shoot. Worked, and that'll be a smidge higher because I have a new gasket to put in there, but first I gotta hammer that down and weld all this up. But I believe that'll work. It should sit about like that. So. Sweet. It's probably not good for this manifold, but right. Put the gasket on. I think we're actually ready to put this guy on here. Front one needs to go on first, if I remember. double nut these so they don't vibrate off. Where did I drop another one to? Now what I want to do is take this piece of rebar, put up there to here. But I'm still going to need a way if I want to remove that. So I'm going to make it bolt on this front bumper. I got a little piece of angle. Put that guy right there. We'll be good. That just needs to attach to there. And go up to here. Right like so. Metal to work with. Right about there. You can even put that like that on that side. Right. Let's get her tacked on this end. Right, well, it ain't pretty, but hopefully it will hold together. Then I'll weld the tops of these on so they don't kick off. And up there, this thing, it's a lot solider than it used to be. So let's go ahead and put our finishing touches on here. It still might be a little warm for this. Right. A little bit up here. Alright, well, there's your farmer repair for the day. So now we're finally ready to go try out that new slip clutch. Let's get ready and we'll go brush cut the field. Alright, that looks a ton better. Time lapse, you probably couldn't see over the side of this hill down here. But yeah, this looks good. So we're about the end of September, so I won't have to mow this again until next spring. Maybe I'll have some livestock in here by then, so I won't have to mow it at all. But yeah, I think it's looking good. Those of you that's been following along for a long time will remember that this was all trees. So down there is what I've been working on all summer. It's a future video. But yeah, it's looking pretty good around here. It's been a super dry year. I never remember having a drought this bad, but it just rained the last couple of days, so I wanted to mow this today, keep all that dust down. That dust tears me up. I got right here, all this open dirt you see right here is where I had that big brush pile. I'd always pile all my limbs up and burn. So I smoothed all that out. Hopefully we'll get some grass on it. And the tractor did good. The slip clutch, I hit a few stumps. It slipped like it was supposed to. The tractor didn't stall out. So big thanks to Vevor for sending that. I'll have a link to that in the description. And PTO shaft seemed to do good. Yeah, repair's done good. The exhaust seems to be doing good. I hit a few limbs. There ain't, in a field there ain't many limbs, but when I got to mow in a more wooded area, really put that to the test. But I think that's gonna make a big difference. And if I ever need to take the muffler off, like I said, it's one bolt here and then those two bolts. And the new exhaust gas get right here never leaked. So before it always leaked a little bit out through there. So yeah, we're really getting this thing fixed up. Looks like we got a thunderstorm rolling in, so I'm gonna wrap this one up here and we'll catch you on the next one.